Hello, my butterfly beauties, and welcome. If you are new, my name is Charlen, and on this channel, we discuss everything beauty, fragrance, and lifestyle. So if you like my style, why don't you subscribe and you stay a while. In today's video, we're doing a little collective haul. I have a friend gift that was given to me that I'm going to share in today's video, as well as the remaining items that I picked up from the Ulta 21 Days of Beauty. They are currently doing a 20% off sale on almost everything in their store, including what they call prestige and fragrances. Yes. And we know that Sephora is doing a sale coming up, either the 4th or the 5th. I get my dates right, but I will be doing a Sephora recommendations video when that pops up. But today's video is the remaining of the 50% items off that I picked up during the Ulta 21 Days of Beauty. And my gift. Yes, I have Angham's second song from Lattafa. And I normally do not share my first impressions of my Middle Eastern Arabian perfumes when I first get them in. I normally do like a short, just unboxing them. And then I do a quick spray out and I put it to the side. And then you see it whenever I do my perfume maceration, maturation, aging, whatever you want to call it. When I do that video is when you typically see my newer Middle Eastern Arabian perfumes in my collection. But I'm going to go ahead and take this one out of the box because I want to see how it smells. Because I haven't done that in a while where I just see how they smell fresh off. I normally just spray them and put them away. So we're going to do that in today's haul video. Ulta 21 Days of Beauty, Lattafa Angham's second song we're going to be reviewing today. So if all of that sounds good to you, then just stay tuned. So let's start off with this second song. All right, so let's give this one a go. It comes in this beautiful, like corally pink kind of color box. It's a similar box that the other one came in when it was first released. So this is how it comes, and this is what the bottle looks like. Isn't it gorgeous? It reminds you of the original, but instead of the gold, it has more of the rose gold. So this is the original Angham. So this is not a flanker of this. This is Dolce & Gabbana Burberry Goddess inspiration. This is Dolce & Gabbana My Devotion inspiration, right? So I wanted to look this fragrance up on the Lattafa site to see what they said about this one. So this is what they said: a sweet floral melody that unfolds note by note. Bright bergamot and juicy pear opens the scent with a smooth, addictive glow. At the heart, luminous orange blossom and peony bloom, softened by a delicious touch of praline. The dry down lingers clean and modern with creamy vanilla, tonka bean, ambroxan, and a whisper of musk. So they're saying a juicy pear, but when you go on Fragrantica, they list it as a pear blossom. But the Lattafa site is actually saying that it is a pear, a juicy pear. That's how they have it listed on their actual site. And this is, of course, your floral sweet perfume. So let's give it a spray. Let's give it a first impressions. And let's see what we think. This atomizer on here is beautiful. Go ahead and put this top back on here. You definitely pick up on the pear note in here right off the bat. Yeah, I'm picking up on a pear scent and I'm picking up on the florals. More specifically, the peony here. I'm not getting a lot of the orange blossom right at the moment. but I know it's in there, and I smell the sweetness of the praline in here. This one has a sweetness about it. It's floral, yes, but it's like fresh floral. It's giving me more of a bright, fresh vibe versus like a deep, heavy floral. Cause it has white florals listed, like the orange blossom, anything, but it's not giving me that deep orange blossom scent. Like I said, I'm picking up mostly on the peony in here, the sweetness, and that juicy, bright pear in here. And it's got some muskiness about it at the same time. So I can see this being something that everybody loves. Like, it's good office wear, good everyday wear. I can see this being worn in spring and summertime. It's just giving a little elegance, like it's like put together, kind of like the vibe I got going today. Like, you put together, you got your sundress on, you know, any of those vibes is definitely what this is giving me. This is going to be a hit for a lot of people for this time of year. So I can see the hype is real on this one. And I'm only going to wait a couple of weeks and come back to it and see what it does any further. Because like I said, I normally spray these out first and then come back and give you my thoughts. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to spray it some more in here. And I normally do about 10 to 12 or so sprays in there, but I'm gonna, like I just did, spray it out, and I'm gonna put it back in its box, and we're gonna come back to it in a couple of weeks because this may be coming on. I don't want to put it on this April tray, but I'm pretty sure I'm gonna put it on my May tray. So you'll see this come back out in a couple of weeks. We'll see what we think about it, see if anything developed anymore, deepened, sweetened, any of those things. We'll come back and see. Now let's get on to the remaining items that I picked up from Ulta during their 50% off sale, because we did some damage. We did. And after this Ulta 21 days of beauty, this 50% off items and all the other little items I picked up here and there, especially because I went ham during the end of the year, your girl is going to be slowing down, like putting the brakes on, because we're going to be enjoying this stuff. So we're going to start planning all of this together. So if you picked up the items, let me know what you picked up, what you want to see more details on, because we're going to be playing with these items and seeing what we actually think about these items. But I got a couple of boxes here, and you know how Ulta does, because they do daily stuff, you get all these little mini boxes. So I start throwing away the mini boxes and just start throwing everything in the one big box. And we're not going to do too much sniffing in this video. We'll come back and do like first impressions and tests. But I did want to go ahead and do this one. And shout out to my sis for my gift. Thank you. I appreciate it. I love you. But we're going to come back and do wear tests on these other items. And I'll let you know what I think about them. And we got quite a few items that was gifts with purchases as well. So that was an added plus. So this one day, I'm not going to go by dates, you guys, for the remaining of these items. Because like I said, as the days was coming through, we started just throwing them in here. Let me get everything out this box and then we'll come back. All right, so we got everything out of the boxes. I got quite a few of gifts with purchases, so we'll go over those. Let me go over those real quick first, because there's so much of it that I'd rather get it on out the way. It was several bags. So one of the first things I got was Idol from Lancome Idol Curl Goddess Mascara. So got this. One of the gifts with purchase was from the Ulta Beauty Collection. It was this green bag. You had the different color bags you could pick from. So let's see what they put in here. They always do wrap theirs so nicely. So this is another one of those makeups, everything in the bag situation. I'm not going to go over every little thing, but they normally put a brush, eyeshadow. They got some lip stuff in here, a puff powder thing, a primer. They have everything in here pretty much to do like a full face on the go. So nice gifting options for sure. And this bag is a nice like terry cloth looking bag. Kind of feel like a towel a little bit. So it's one of those. And then this other little bag. See what's in here. This one has the Garnier Micellar Cleansing Water in it. It has one of the mini Brazilian Bum Bum creams in it. They have a Benefit 24-hour brow setter in here. And this is a La Roche-Posay. This is some kind of serum, but it's just a little bit in there. One of those little travel tester things. This is the next bag. This one is a little bigger. Ooh, bigger than that one. It has a bunch of little stuff in here. CeraVe Facial Moisturizing Lotion. This is Peter Thomas Roth. This is their Multitasking Eye Cream. This is Secret Clarifying Shampoo and Scalp Scrub. A scalp scrub. This here has the top off of it, but it was not leaking out or anything, which is good. But this is a Joico K-Bond 20 Defy Damage Power Mask. Away Leave-In Conditioner. They got some Allure London Naturals lashes with the adhesive in there as well. They have a Tarte. This is their Tartelette mascara. This is a NYX Butter Gloss. I love these. I remember having several of those once upon a time. This is Good Molecules Niacinamide Brightening Toner. That's what this is. And last but not least in here is a Valentino Uomo Born in Roma sample perfume. So that's everything in that one. This next one is this one here. So it has this big bag in there that was folded up. And then this one has Born in Roma Intense perfume sampler. A Glow Up Daily Mask, Neogen brand. They have the Amica. This is their shampoo and conditioner samples. They have Tanologist Medium Self-Tanning Drops. Then we have Carolina Herrera Good Girl Blush Perfume Sampler. This is e.l.f. Lash Extender Mascara. A Nest Madagascar Vanilla Perfume Oil. This is another Uma Valentino, but this is the Born in Roma Extra Dose Perfume. This is the Spice Bomb Metallic Musk Perfume. This is, it says made by humans. What is this? Honey Pot Sensitive Wipes. Intimate Parts Body and Face Wipes. Aqua de Joya Intense. Now, this is one of my all-time favorite perfumes, but I have not tried it in the Intense yet, so we'll see what I think about this one. This is the regular Valentina Donna Born in Roma Extra Dose. We know I love that perfume. This is Ralph's Club New York, Ralph Lauren EDP. There's quite a few perfume samplers in this one, even for the men. This is the Polo 67 Ralph Lauren Cologne, also perfume sampler. Another perfume. This is Carolina Herrera Very Good Girl. They have the Million Gold for Her by Paco Rabanne. This is a Charlotte Tilbury This is her Skin Sheer Glow Tint Sampler. They put in here as well. The Full Rescue, the Biolage. This is their shampoo and conditioner as well. They have the Jean Paul Gaultier Divine Sampler. Elements Pro Collagen Marine Cream. And Pixie Glow Tonic. And the last item in here is from Drunk Elephant, and this is the Proteini Polypeptide Cream. So quite a few items that came just as samples or gifts with purchases for these already 50% off items. So very good deals. And they also threw in this little perfume thing from the new Khloe Kardashian Almost Always perfume. All right, so what else did I get? So first of all, I already opened this one up because you're going to see this in an upcoming video. I don't know which one to go up first. I'm trying to pull items that I want to put on my April tray. So this one is going to make my April tray. If you see any other items that I'm sharing in today's haul that you want me to go ahead and test out and want to give my opinions already on them, you want me to add them to my April tray where I will layer with it and play with it and all that, just hit me down in the comments and let me know. Hey, I would love to hear you tell me more about that particular perfume, and I'll add that particular one to the tray because I'm still in decisive mode right now as of now. So Rose Era from Sniff was one of the ones that I did pick up. So this is that one. They have it on the side here. It has ambrette seeds, strawberry, rose, clean laundry accord, white moss, and saffron. Of course, this is not the full notes, but that is what they have listed on the back. They normally put it on the sides, but because they put all the details of the florals on the side, this time they put it on the back here. So pick this one up, and that one is definitely giving you springtime vibes. The other thing that I did pick up was the smaller size, but not as small as the sample they just gave me in that one. But I got another one of my Bum Bum creams because I know I'm going to be going through one of the other ones. So I always like to have a backup, some of my favorites. This is 50% off, so went ahead and added it. Love that scent. Picked up another shade of the Estee Lauder Double Wear. This is in the shade 5N2 Amber Honey. So, and this is the pump that came free with this because right now, what's on my face today is actually this one, which is 5N1.5, and this one is Maple. So I decided to go, hopefully this is just a slightly shade higher, and I want to see what the difference is going to be. So I want to test this one out and see, because I had the W's before, but I'm trying the ends, the neutral tones, to see how they're going to do on my skin, because I can go warm neutral. So we'll see how it does. And this is just the pump, because these don't come with the pump. You normally have to pour them out. So this pump is coming with this. I'll show you what the pumps look like in case you don't know. But they come like this. It's just a little screw top on. That way you can pump out. Don't know why I never bought one before, but now I have one. It came with a gift with purchase. So now I have one. The other thing I picked up was the DKNY 24/7 Electric Perfume. I want to give this brand a go. I've not picked up much from this brand ever. And so I picked up a couple of fragrances from them because I want to test out the brand. But they have on the back of here that this is a Florential. Instead of Oriental, it says Floriental fruity blend of mango, jasmine, and vanilla. So yeah, they just put floral and oriental and mixed the two names and put Floriental right here. So anyways, that's what they're calling this one. So it had mango, it had jasmine. I said at 50% off, we'll try it. I want to see what it smells like, so we're going to go with that. One of the other days they had Chloe Nomad. This was one of the ones that I did recommend to you guys that I wanted to try. Said if you've been on the fence with trying to pick it up, this was the time to try it. Extra 50% off. So we're going to give Chloe Nomad a go. One of the other ones I was super excited to see make the sale was this Flower Bomb Nectar from Victor and Rolf. So this is what I end up getting with this one. This is a 3.04 fluid ounce or 90 mil. So pick this one up. And like I said, we're just hauling everything in this particular video. And I'll come back and do overall thoughts and first impressions and all that. They did have the brow pencils from Benefit. This was the Goof Proof. So I picked up one of these. And this is in the shade 5, Warm Black Brown. This is the shade I normally get in the pencil. And this one is the one that has a slight angle to it. I get this sometimes, but I don't always get this one. It has that little, like, triangular shape there, as you can see. So have that one in the same shade I normally use. And I got two of my favorites from my bottom lashes. This is the MAC Extended Giga Black that you know I love. So got my backups of this. And let's get into some fragrances I did pick up. Sol de Janeiro, Sundays in Rio. Got another backup of this one. This one is an all-time favorite of mine. I just wish they would go ahead and just add this one to their regular collection and not have this as limited edition. So we're going to see, because it's still been showing up and around. But I also saw some of the summer collection still up and around too from last year, which I'm going to go ahead and share, I believe, in this video as well, because I picked those up directly from Sol de Janeiro, but I got them on heavy discount. The reason why I picked them up from them. But this one I got from Ulta, Sundays in Rio. This is a favorite of mine. This has warm vanilla, pink pepper, and amber musk. It is gorgeous. So got a backup of this one because this is a favorite. Don't know if they're getting rid of it. They haven't. Normally those scents are like limited edition, and that's what it was showing at first, but I've still seen it. So we'll see. Kish brand. Normally you see this in like hair product, you know, accessories and things like this. And I think I've seen it like in skincare items, but didn't know that they did hair perfume. So I decided to try one of those because one of the days this was on sale. And this one is the Warm Sugar. So they are calling this one, says smells like pink grapefruit and cotton candy. Yes. I said, okay, let's try that one. So this, let's see what this one looks like. Okay, that's what that one is looking like. It's one of those spray bottles. So we'll see. We shall see. Yeah, they're calling this a hair perfume. So we're not expecting it to do too much, but we shall see what it is giving. One of the other days, they had Philosophy. This is another brand that I have not tried anything for as body care goes. I just recently noticed Philosophy had like the body care items. And then I saw that they had these mists. So they're calling theirs body and hair fragrance mist. More and more brands are doing that option. So we're going to see what this is giving. But it's a 7.9 fluid ounce or 237 mil. This is called Vanilla Hug. I picked up 3 from that lineup. And we're going to see what we think about these. But this one, let's see. Keynotes. Delicate Freesia, Heart of Vanilla, and Base of Warm Woods. So we're going to see what we think of this one. I want to give all of these a test and see what I think, and then we're going to go from there if any of them stays in my collection. But the next one is Coconut Rush. So Coconut Rush, what does it say? This one says zesty mandarin in the top, creamy coconut in the heart, and vanilla in the base. And last but not least is Pistachio Paradise. It's this one. So this one says pistachio flour in top, creamy cinnamon milk in the heart, and warm vetiver is in the base of this one. So that was everything from the Philosophy brand. The next another day, I can't remember which days and what orders these were in, but the other day they had those Adol fragrances on sale. So I got one of the ones in the bigger size. So this is a 3.4 fluid ounce or 100 ml. This is Adol Nectar. So that is what these looking like. So I originally told you guys when I was doing like the recommendation or what I'm thinking about picking up during the sale, I mentioned how years ago I had the original Adol. Adol, however you want to say it, I don't remember. Adol or Adol. But I had the original perfume. Didn't care for it, gave it away to a friend, and never checked for any of the flankers afterwards. So they've done quite a few of the flankers, and so I wanted to try them. So here is Nectar. This one had more curiosity for me about it, and that's why I picked up the bigger size. So we'll see what I think about it. We'll see what I think about all of these. But this other one is the Idal Lu, the perfume. So these are the 25 mils or 0.8 fluid ounce. The other one I picked up was Power. And the last one I picked up in that same size was Now. So I'll probably do like a video on these by themselves. Tell me what you think down below. Are you curious about how those all smell? I am. And the other items I did pick up, and I picked these up, you guys, let me tell you, because I picked up one of them during the fall Ulta 21 Days of Beauty sale. And the one I picked up back in the fall was this Cashmere Crush. Now, Cashmere Crush, I layered with in a scent combination that I still need to share with you, and that will be in my March tray recap, perfume tray recap. But when you look at this one says it has star jasmine and warm amber in it. Does not say anything about cashmere, but it has jasmine and it has amber. And that's what it looked like. So this one I end up loving. So I said, you know what? They put them on sale during this sale. So I went ahead and picked up the rest of the line. I'm going to test them all out, see what I think about them. And if any of them I don't care for, I'll let you know. So what did I pick up? The rest of the line, this is Watermelon Waves. Watermelon Waves has your red watermelon and starfruit. So that is this one. The next one is Daydream Skies. Now, Daydream Skies says that it has airy notes of sea glass and rose water. And then Sunny Days. Sunny Days has crushed pineapple and wild berries. Coconut Coast has creamy coconut and santal sandalwood in it. And last but not least is Vanilla Velour. And this one has toasted vanilla and caramel strands. So we're going to do a test of all of these, and I'll let you know what I think about them for sure. Now let's go on to the items that I did get from the Sol de Janeiro site. So the Sol de Janeiro site also did a sale probably like a month or so ago, and they did a deep discount on several of their items. So during that sale, I did pick up their last year's summer collection. So this is Donka Mystica. Is this one. So Donka Mystica says sparkly notes are purple fig, warm vanilla, and sandalwood. I love a good fig note, so that's why I went ahead and got that one. This one is Aqua Mystica. And Aqua Mystica says fresh notes of neroli water, tangerine, and salted skin accord. And last but not least in that collection was Flora Mystica. And this one says dreamy notes of orange blossom, flamingo flower, and golden musk. And then I picked up the bigger size of this 91. And 91 says that it has Rio Pink Rose, Passion Fruit, and Honey Caramel. So pick all of these up during that sale. Picked all of those other items up during the Ulta 21 Days of Beauty sale. And we're going to come back and see what we think of this Angham second song from Lattafa after a couple of weeks. We'll come back and give her a go along with a couple of other fragrances I had sitting and hiding and waiting. So thank you guys so much for watching. That is everything I picked up during those sales. Like I said, I will do a video recommendations on anything I think will be worth picking up during the Sephora sale, Sephora savings event coming up soon. Also, because they've released several of the other like samplers. They like to put different like gift sets and sampler sets and different things together. So I like to see what is the best deals, like what is the best bang for your money. Like my husband and I did the perfume sampler, and I got him the cologne sampler because they had some great options in there, and those particular ones that you can redeem for. Some years they have some good ones, and in some years they don't. So I'm going to do some digging into those new samplers that they're releasing to see which ones are really worth it to spend that money on. And then, you know, you get your percentage off depending on your tier. So 20%, was it 15 or 10% off of those items? Then that'll be the time to pick it up so you can get a little bit of discount on it. And it's already like a savings value in those gift sets already. So I'll let you know what I think about those. And also right now, like I said, Ulta is doing a site-wide 20% off on, they say, almost everything, including prestige and fragrance products. So if it's something that didn't go on sale during the Ulta 21 Days of Beauty for 50% off, you can get it now for 20% off, and that goes to everybody. You know, you don't have to be a Rouge like Sephora has. Sephora Rouge only gets the 20% off. They're offering this to all of their members, which is good. So be sure you're subscribed to the channel. Give me a big thumbs up if you enjoy content like this. Become part of the Butterfly Beauty family, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.